What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we're taking another car down to my good buddy Paul at Maaco, a new Maaco location that just opened in Norman, Oklahoma very recently. Lucky's Wheels and Deals is using them. A buddy of mine, Jason, is using them. So far, everybody that I have sent down there has had nothing but great things to say about them. And I'm also finishing another video where I'm picking up a car from them as well, while at the same time delivering this Crown Victoria. And I still don't know what I'm going to do with it, but let's take a look at the car and you guys can tell me what you think. So here it is, my 2005 Ford Crown Victoria. You guys may notice the lot's getting rather empty. This video is probably going to take a while to come out. I assume it's going to take them about 3 or 4 weeks to paint this car. I don't know, maybe quicker. But I've got it sitting here running, fired right up. It's got great tires. They're like brand new. This is car number 29. It's the one that I decided to hold on to when Mark Bear decided he really wasn't that interested in this one. He said maybe, possibly down the road, but for right now, he just wanted to buy number 30. So he's got number 30, and number 29 is staying with me. Now, I'm torn on what to do with it because I've got 3 colors that I'm thinking of. One is just leave it white. That'll be the cheapest and easiest thing to do, is just have him strip all this off, repaint the whole car white, and it'll look, you know, I mean, it'll look plain Jane like any other old white Crown Vic police car. Or black. Black is the color that I think I'd really like to, but if we're going to do that, it's going to cost a lot more money because I'm going to have to do under the hood, do the door jambs, do the trunk area. That's going to cost quite a bit extra. But you'll have a sleek black looking police car. I think that's probably the best color for it. The other one is kind of a dark cherry red, high metallic cherry red. I think that would look, honestly, I think that would look really good. I just don't know if it would look good on this with it having the police car stuff. I'm not sure it would really fit in, but the color would be absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to talk to Paul, and I know he's going to tell me white is probably the quickest and easiest way to go. Black will probably be the second hardest, and then going with that like high metallic, like black cherry, it's probably going to be even more difficult. Now, this car is a car we have never driven more than 10 miles, 5 miles up the road, 5 miles back. We're getting ready to take this thing on about a 60-ish mile drive from here all the way to Norman, Oklahoma to the new Maaco location. We've never done this before. I have no idea what to expect. All I know is that these cop cars have been parked for many, many years. And now we're just gonna hop in it and see if we can make it 60 miles one way. Then I'm gonna pick up my Ford Galaxy and attempt to drive it 60 miles, which I've never done that either. So this is gonna be a fun day. All right, I've had the car sitting, running here for, I don't know, a good 20 minutes or so. Just trying to make sure everything is good. The G-Wagon appears to be dead. I can't get it to do anything, so that's fun. We've got 110,063 miles on the odometer. We're gonna turn on our little radar detector by Python. These are fun. We'll do rear. It's too bad you can't do front and rear simultaneously, right? No, we'll do front for now. We'll do front for now. We got our little laptop computer and everything. Everything is disconnected. Test, 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 test. Nothing works. I've got to show this because otherwise someone's going to try to call the law on me. See, nothing. It's on. Take a look. No lights. No, lights don't work. Everything's disconnected. No sirens. There are no anything functioning in this car. It's just strictly a cruising car. Let me turn on the radio, make sure. Can we get some? Let's get some tunes going in here. Let's turn it to FM. There we go. Well, all right. We got some tunes. Let's just find like. Yeah, that'll work. We'll turn on the air conditioning as well. Guys, we're good to go. Let me get buckled up and we're going to get on the road. And together, we're going to find out if this car can make it 60 miles to Maaco in Norman, Oklahoma. All right, let's go. Let's do it to it, man. Do we have washer fluid? There we go. Let's clean off this windshield a little bit. Well, that was, in theory, a good idea. In practice, that did not work out so well. Well, it'll dry. I made sure I got my tunes, and we're ready to roll, guys. I'm actually really excited about this. I've got no help. I've got nobody behind me. I brought a booster pack with a combined air compressor, and that's all I've got. And a screwdriver that flips between Phillips and flathead. And I do have a phone. Other than that, that's it. There's no trailer, no truck, no crew, nothing. We're on our own. So if the car doesn't make it, we're screwed, and we're going to be in rush hour traffic here in just a minute. But come on, it's an old Crown Victoria. You know what I mean? It's going to make it, man. It's going to make it. No problem. These cars are reliable. Now that I said that, we are in big trouble. Here we go.
Head east on East Ripley Street towards South 6th.
Let's do it to it, guys. We got about an hour drive, and with any luck, she's going to make it to Norman with no trouble at all. All right, so we've got about, I don't know, 26 minutes to go. We're making excellent time, and this car is doing great. But this is the real trick. Oh, please. Yeah, this is the real trick. Are they going to pull me over?
Continue on I-35 north for 27 miles.
That is Oklahoma Highway Patrol. I'm curious if either one of them's going to come after me because they see the lights on the car. Not to mention, I'm not hiding the camera either. Here we go. Get it, girl. Uh-oh. Hold on. I think one of them... Yep. Looks like one of them's coming. Oh, no. I'm going to go just a hair under the speed limit. And don't worry, guys. If this pops off, I'm going to set the camera down, and you guys are going to see everything that's going on. He's stuck. There's a whole bunch of traffic back there, so he's not going to be able to get around for a minute. Yep, he just moved over. He's in the fast lane now, but he's still stuck between a few cars. Okay, I don't want to get hit for... Yeah, he's on me. Yep. Okay, hold on. Let's set you guys down. How's that? Is that a good vantage point? You guys should be able to see everything. Let me get my wallet. Yeah. Actually, wait a minute. That's a Charger. That's a Charger coming. And he's flying up on me. Interesting. I thought that was one of the police cars back there. This could be an undercover. I don't know. It's definitely a Charger. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I swear I saw the SUV. No. I'm slowing down just to let all these people pass, because if he's going to pull me over, he's going to pull me over. I'd rather make it easy on him than force him to try to catch me, you know what I mean? No, he ain't back there. I'll be damned. No, that wasn't him. I thought for sure we were about to get popped, man. I knew they were going to pull me over. No, he ain't back there. Okay. All right, well, that's a good spot for you guys, I guess. So we're cruising on the highway now, 75 miles an hour. Car is smooth as silk. Brakes are perfect. Air conditioning's ice cold. The radio is, honestly, for a cop car, really good. Like, I was just listening to the Land Down Under. You know what I mean? I'm jamming. Come on now, what's going on? The car's doing great. We're about halfway there, and no problems. Slight vibration from the tires when, it's like a wheel balance issue. Feels like around 55, 60 miles an hour, you start getting a vibration, and it goes right away. So, other than that, though, cruise control, everything works. Car is phenomenal. I mean, it's a great car. It may not be very pretty. This is a solid car, man. Anyway, we're going to continue on our way to Norman, Oklahoma. Like I said, we probably got about, 20, 25 minutes left to go. Let's see what Paul says it's going to cost to paint this. We're going to get a quote for white, black, and then my kind of black cherry metallic color, guys. We'll see what Paul says about it when we get there. Wish me luck. I'll see you guys in just a minute. All right, boys and girls. It looks like we have made it, and I'm excited because not only are we dropping this off, but we're also picking up the Galaxy. This will be my first time seeing it. By the way, if anybody wants the address out here to this Maaco, because it's not public yet, it's 1740 Atchison Drive, and it is in Norman, Oklahoma. So definitely come out here and ask for Paul, and tell Paul Randy from YouTube sent you. I guarantee you these folks over here will take great care of you. Wow, they are absolutely packed. Right. Oh my goodness. That didn't take long, did it? Holy shit. Wow. this whole lot is packed. Good for them, man. Good for them. Okay, well, I guess we need to go get Paul, and let's see what he thinks it's going to cost to give this car a paint job. You know, the more I think about it, the more I think, you know, it's probably not worth spending, you know, to change the color and everything and to do it right. It's already going to have to be sanded down and everything. But I mean, we're probably going to be looking at a couple $1,000s to change the color of this thing. And I'll bet we could do it for under $1,500 if we stick with white. So I'm really leaning towards just leaving it white, giving it a fresh paint job. And I think the reason, we'll see what Paul says, but I really do think this one's going to be expensive. And the reason is because I've done this before with them. This is a Ford/Mercury problem, and it's the failure of the primer. You see all this damage back here? That is primer failure. You can't just sand that up and paint it, you know what I mean? Because if you try to, it's just going to come right back apart again. So the proper way to do this, the way they had to do it on my Mercury Marauder, is they had to sand the entire car down to bare metal, reprimer the whole thing, repaint the whole thing, and then you got these decals on the side. That's going to cost extra to remove as well. So we'll see what Paul says, but I'm just going to tell you, I anticipate it being around $1,500 if we stick with white. All right, so just a quick recap, since you guys have probably already seen the video of this car by now. If you haven't, you should go back and check it out. But here it is, fresh from Maaco, and it's looking good. This is my 66 Ford Galaxy 500. Now, let's walk on over, and I'm going to tell you what the cost was for the paint job on this, but I'm not going to tell you what color we decided to go with on this one. Talked it over with Paul. I will tell you, my estimate, I said probably somewhere around $1,500, right? Well, it came out to $1,700, so $200 more because there is extensive sanding that has to be, extensive sanding has to be done on this. He said because the primer is failing on pretty much every panel except the hood. He said the hood should be okay, but everything else, every panel on this car, roof, trunk, doors, everything, he said it's all got to be sanded down. It's all got to be reprimered again, and then obviously they've got to paint it after all that is said and done as well. So it did come out to about $1,700 when you consider the amount of work, the amount of labor. And these decals, these make it a lot more difficult to sand. This is pretty thick, so they're going to have to fight with that stuff to get it off as well. When you consider the amount of labor that's going into alone sanding all of this down to bare metal, especially up here where it's already started rusting and everything, there's going to be a lot of hours taking these decals and sanding all of this stuff back down to bare metal and reprimering. So I'm not upset at all with the price. In fact, honestly, that's a really good deal, honestly. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave this thing here, and we'll come back. I don't know how long it's going to take them to paint this. Honestly, I'm not in any rush on any of these cars. I don't bring any cars here in a hurry. All right, so I'm not going to be bugging them, or it doesn't need to be done next week. You know, they'll do it when they do it. They'll do it right. They'll take their time, and it'll look good when we're done. So stay tuned. We're going to come back, and we'll see what this baby looks like when it's time to pick it up. And we're back. That didn't take long, guys. I'm actually surprised at how quick they got this thing done. I did not expect to be picking this thing up already. In fact, they got a hold of me and said it's ready, and I didn't even have tags for it. So we're going to have to... We're going to get pulled over, is what I'm trying to say. There's no way we're not going to get pulled over on this one, man. So how does it look, guys? You remember when we brought this thing here, the paint was falling off of it. It had stickers all over. The car looked really, really bad. Now, I didn't ask them to fix any damage any dents and dings and stuff like that. The car is honestly probably not even worth the paint job that I put on it. It cost $1,700 for the paint job, but that's not because I got an expensive paint job. I got a relatively cheap paint job. It was all the labor that had to go into this, because where all of that paint was peeling, they had to sand it all down to bare metal. It had to be reprimed, and then the whole car had to be repainted again, which is why I didn't want to bother with little dings and dents and stuff all over. It's already relatively expensive for the car. For the amount of work and time that they did, absolute bargain of a deal on the paint job. It's just the car itself isn't worth enough to justify spending any more money on. But I like this car. I like this car a lot. I'm a big fan of the Panther platforms. As you guys know, the lights and sirens and everything, they all work on this car. So I thought we would do it a solid and just clean it up, make it look a little better. Maybe this is something I'll hold on to. Maybe not. I don't know. But for now, we got to drive this thing back to AAR headquarters in Byers. It's a long drive. The car did great coming up here. I suspect it's going to do great going back. The only question is, are we going to get pulled over? Because now not only do we have lights all over the car that's going to draw attention, we have no plates. I totally forgot to get my plates. Listen, and if you guys are interested, I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's worth it to get your car over here to Maaco. This is in Norman. This is 1740 Atchison Road in Norman, Oklahoma. I'm telling you, guys, you're not going to find a better place, probably anywhere, that's going to do a better job or take better care of you than these guys over here. Talk to Paul, talk to Sean, tell them Randy sent you from YouTube. I promise you they're going to take care of you, and you're going to be very happy with the paint job and body work you receive from them. I'll tell you what, guys, only in Oklahoma could you drive 50 miles and never get pulled over for driving without license plates on your car. I can't believe I forgot. It's not a big deal. I have a card in my wallet that I can show officers if I get pulled over. It's got my dealer number, my name, and all that good stuff. Lets them know that I am an active dealer. So they could technically ticket me if they wanted to for not having the plate on the car. But most of the time, as long as they find out that you're legit and you're not out here driving crazy, acting reckless or anything, you don't give them any attitude. You know, typically they'll be pretty cool about it. I normally keep a plate with me at all times. I just totally forgot to grab it before I left the house. I was really excited to get this car back. And I know a lot of you are going to be asking, wait a minute, Randy, what about the International? Well, I totally forgot about the International until Sean and Paul brought it to my attention. Yeah, so the 1970 International Harvester, what is going on with it? I have no idea. I literally forgot all about that truck until I got to Maaco, and Sean said, hey, did you ever get your International back? And I was like, that's right. I forgot. We were supposed to have the International back weeks ago. It has been over 3 months since I dropped that International off with a different Maaco location located on I-240 in Oklahoma City. I've got a whole story about that coming out for you guys, but I'm not going to share the story until I have the truck back where we can actually see it, go over it in detail, and then I will tell you everything that's happened. But obviously, I'm sure you guys can tell things have not gone very well because they've had that truck for over 3 months and we still don't have it back. It's Friday for me. I'm filming this video on Friday, December the 5th. I'm going to give them till sometime next week. I'll call them up sometime next week and I'm going to be like, listen, man, what are we doing here? Paul and Sean both, man, they have been so freaking good to me. They told me that even though it's not their problem, that I've been such a good customer to them that if I go get the truck back from the Maaco in Oklahoma City, they will take care of me. They said, well, you know, they'll basically do the labor and I pay for the cost of materials or whatever. They'll handle making it right for me. And I appreciate the hell out of them for that. I really do, man. That is something most businesses, I deal with a lot of companies, and most companies aren't like that. You know, they don't care about YouTube, they don't care about Facebook, they don't care about any of that. And it's nice that somebody's like, hey man, we appreciate that you are, you know, shouting us out to people and bringing us some business. You know, it's nice to be appreciated. But with that said, it's not their responsibility. You know what I mean? I appreciate the hell out of them for offering to take on whatever has happened to the International Harvester. But I feel bad for them because it is not their responsibility. This is not their problem. They didn't cause it. I feel like the location that took on the truck and agreed to do the job is the location that should finish it. We shouldn't take it back and then drop that problem onto somebody else's back. I don't want to do that to them. I got a lot of respect for Paul and Sean. I love them and their Maaco. I just hope that whatever's going on with the International at the other Maaco location, I hope this thing gets resolved soon and amicably. Now listen, in case I didn't put the phone number in this video for you guys, if you want to call them, only call them if you're serious about business. Don't call them just to talk and BS. I ain't got time for that, all right? But if you want to call them and, you know, maybe get a car in there, get a quote, get some work done, I highly recommend you talk to them. Talk to Sean, talk to Paul, 405-368-1638. All right, give them a holler. Tell them Randy sent you, man. This is not sponsored, by the way. I get nothing. They don't give me a discount. I mean, I'm telling you what the prices are, okay? And those are the prices that everybody else is going to get as well. Okay, I'm not getting a discount for shouting them out, but I feel like if I find somebody that can take care of me, that does good work for me, and I mean, look, we're standing right next to another example right here. When you find somebody that does good work for you, takes care of their customers, why wouldn't you want to share that with the world? You know, I mean, if you're in the United States, it might be worth it. You know, you could be in Washington State, you could be California, New York, Delaware, Maine. You know, you guys saw what this car looked like before. This thing was all kinds of messed up. I mean, look at this thing. Paint job is next level, $2,900 for all of the work. They had lots of body work to do to this one too, $2,900, and you get a car that looks like this, $1,700. I know it's just a Crown Victoria. I know, I get it, but I love the old Panther cars, and this one is super unique, and I think it's relatively rare because how often do you get to purchase a police car that still has all of the lights functional and sirens and everything? I love this car, man. I do. They've done a great job for me, and I will continue supporting them as long as they continue doing great quality work like this. Now, in case you forgot from earlier in the video what the car used to look like, this was the good one. This one was actually better than the one we took over to Maaco. This one had less paint work that needed to be done, but this is exactly what it looked like, man. I mean, take a look at the difference between before and after. This is a car that I would absolutely be proud to drive, man. I'd have no issue jumping in this, driving it anywhere. No concerns at all. Simple cars, relatively easy to fix, easy to diagnose. Parts are readily available. Parts are cheap. These Panthers, whether it's a Crown Vic or you want a Lincoln Town Car or a Grand Marquis, whatever, they're just solid cars, man. They're really solid cars, and I don't know, we may hold on to this one for a while. These are great because of the bumpers on the front. They have rubber pads, and it makes it really easy to push cars in and out of the shop without doing really any damage to them. So it's good to have a kind of a pusher car sitting around out here. I wanted to give you guys a quick update on the 66 Galaxy. I sent this up for auction today, and this time I decided we're just going to sell it. We're just going to let it go. I started the auction at $6,000. I put a reserve on it of 10 grand. I thought for sure this thing's going to be out of here, down the road. Let me tell you something, it got one bid of $6,100. That's where it ended. It ended at $6,100. Needless to say, I did not sell it for $6,100, which leaves me wondering, what are we going to do with this car? I don't know, man. I don't know. 10 grand is that's my bottom dollar, period, point blank. That's it, man. I paid like $8,800 for this car. I paid $2,900 for the paint job. I paid the wheels alone were over $1,000. I keep thinking they're $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 for wheels, plus, you know, several $100s in tires. I just can't, man. It's a great running. We drove this thing all the way from Maaco back down here. That is a long haul. Okay, car absolutely runs and drives great. So I can't go under 10 grand on it. I really can't. So I don't know what we're going to do with it. but for now, it kind of seems like we're stuck with it. I want to walk over here real quick and see if the S65 got delivered. It was supposed to be here yesterday. It did not show up. Surely it got here today. That's a no. Are you serious? It's still not here. What is with these cars not? Yeah. I thought maybe they'd parked it next to this one. What is with these cars not showing up? This one is probably next. I talked to Paul about it. I wanted to make sure they were interested in doing it. Paul and Sean both said to go ahead and bring it down. They'll take care of it. I told them that I got some rust issues that I want addressed. This windshield, the bubbling over here, I want that fixed. And then in these rockers here, where you can clearly see that, you know, it's none of it is rust through. But if they can sand, grind all this down, straighten it out, and it's all scratched and scraped up anyway, man. I think getting it repainted after fixing the rust issues is the right way to go on this. We paid very little for this, you know, $9,450 is what I paid for this thing. I think it's worth getting the rust issues fixed. I want the rust stopped. I want them to grind it down. This is my idea, not theirs. I want them to sand down all the rust to bare metal. Then I want a rust inhibitor, you know, something that actually stops rust, and a rust encapsulator put over it. And then I want it touched up and fixed and then completely repainted so that it looks presentable. It looks really, really good. And it looks like I cracked, I don't remember doing this, but I cracked this little panel here. It's no big deal. They can fix plastic and stuff too. This whole thing is it's definitely some kind of composite. I think it's a plastic. Yeah, it sounds like plastic. They could fix that, no problem. This is a beautiful truck. It really is. We still have some work to do to that. And then I'm probably going to send that one down to Maaco too. And then once that one is done at Maaco, I think I'm going to take my Fox body. Let me show you my garage real quick. Oh, it is so warm in here and it is so cold out there. Another car, I gotta figure out what to do with all this. The motorcycle is sold. I'm happy to say that this one's going down to a place in Bartlesville, Oklahoma called Galaxy Motors. They said they've seen several of my cars that they wanted to buy, and they thought it'd be easier than going through the auctions to just contact me and buy things directly from me. So the Harley Davidson, they're getting it for $2,500 down the road. It goes, and then this I spent all night. I mean, literally, guys, I didn't get home till about 1 in the morning, and I didn't get to bed until 2:30 after editing and uploading the video. And I had so many people come up with ideas for what could be right. I mean, and that's the thing. Some people are mad because I'm parts cannoning this thing. Some people are saying I'm not taking the time to properly diagnose it. And it's like, there are no tools, really, for diagnosing this car. This is some crappy EEC4 that 90% of the time when there's something wrong with the car, it doesn't even throw a code for it to begin with. It's all like trial and error, man. What a pain. You know, the belt's squealing, the tensioner's shot. Some people are saying the alternator's shot. Some people are saying the distributor is shot. Listen, I don't know. I know that I'm getting really frustrated working on this car. I love the car, but I'm really, I understand why the last people got rid of it, because obviously they were chasing down the same issues and they never figured it out. I'm determined though. A distributor's like $100, no big deal. If I got to replace the alternator, it's going to cost a little more if I go with LMR. I think it's LMR that has it. They have the entire 3rd gen alternator kit with the proper wires and noise suppressor and everything for like $225 for the whole kit to do it properly. So maybe that's something we should look into. We're going to come back to this car here in the very near future though, so stay tuned for that, guys. I think with that, I'm going to get out of here. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.